Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Areli. I am a medical doctor, a pathologist, a neuropathologist, and also hold a nutrition certificate in plant-based diets. Besides that, I'm myself a raw foodist, and it's a pleasure to me to have with you this time John DePaz. He's a personal trainer. He's been champion in Canada about bodybuilding. So we're gonna interview him later. But first, let me just tell you that this series of videos that we are going to do together are going to be to inspire you to get to the best shape and to the best health in your life. And it's just a matter of combining nutrition, knowledge, exercise, and other spiritual practices. So we're going to come to you hopefully weekly and inspire you to do the same. So in this episode, John DePaz is gonna ask me some questions to get to know me better. And welcome, John. Thank you for being here.
Awesome, so awesome, Areli. I love talking with you. I'm so inspired by you. I think you're so special, and I'm glad to be teaming up with you to do something of value together.
Exactly. I can agree more. And you also the same. You're such a like a smiling, inspiring person, and I love that energy. So thank you for being here. And do you have any questions for me?
Yes, like I think you are so unique. Could you please kind of explain to me how you got to be like a doctor, and then a doctor that is aware of natural health and natural healing? How did it happen for you?
Yeah. So the kind of like the inspiration for me to become a healer, because that's what the original word of doctor is, being a doctorate into something knowledgeable but also healing people, came when I was growing up. I was listening to my grandma's complaints about, oh, my joints hurt, my diabetes, my legs, all these kind of problems. And my mom passed away when I was 6 years old of breast cancer. So maybe in my psyche, that trauma got ingrained for me to find something to help my loved ones. So I think that was the reason why I became a medical doctor. And along my journey in medical school, I realized that I was just memorizing things. Obviously you learn a lot. Obviously Western medicine has a lot of advantages and is helpful in emergency situations and in so many ways. Some drugs work like anesthesia, like there are certain benefits out of the Western medicine, but most of our diseases nowadays, the Western world is afflicted by conditions that are totally preventable by lifestyle. So I realized that early on, and I choose a subspecialty in medicine that has to do with diagnosis rather than treating patients, and I choose pathology. And because I love how the brain functions, I choose neuropathology afterwards. So that's my medical training. And then in order to kind of come to the public and say something about nutrition, well, you need to protect yourself and have some credentials. So I got a nutrition certificate in plant-based diets. So I'm like totally legal and um, aware, or better said, I'm totally equipped with credentials to talk about these things. About raw veganism, I discovered this path along my training in medical school. I gained a lot of weight during medical school because it's a very extenuous training. You don't sleep, you need to drink a lot of coffee, you do night shifts, etc. So it was in the 5th year of my medical career that I gained a lot of weight, and I was eating like midnight or something just to survive the shift. I came across the Atkins diet after that year. It helped me lose weight, but I didn't feel at my best, and I was always bloated and the cellulite and the low energy, So I heal different things, yeah, with the Atkins science because it was so restrictive. But then I realized this is not sustainable. I miss bananas. I miss, healthy carbs. And then I came across vegetarianism, then veganism, and then raw veganism. So all that journey was right after medical school and during my residency and fellowship training, which is a journey of maybe like 10 years. So that was like in summary what I did. So for me, being a raw vegan was like a decision that I had to make and a step that I have to walk, because understanding nutrition now with all that background and my medical knowledge and my self experience and seeing all this anecdotal evidence of different people, is undeniable the benefits of eating our human specific diet. So that's, in summary, what led me to being a raw vegan medical doctor.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing, and that is such a special story and such a valuable story. Thank you for sharing it. I'll tell you, I've been in the vegan space for going into my five years now, 4 years as a vegan, going into my fifth year, and I haven't been sick
Okay.
since I started into my raw vegan lifestyle. So for me, it's been, you know, an inner knowing that massive changes have happened inside of my body. My entire life, I was involved with fitness and wellness. I was a health and wellness coach since I was a personal trainer starting at 19 years old. I'm 48 years old now, so I've been 30 years as a personal trainer and health and wellness coach. I was following the mainstream knowledge and teaching the mainstream knowledge to thousands of people to help them lose weight, teaching the keto diet, the paleo diet, the Atkins diet, all of those diets to help people lose weight, because that's what the common knowledge is, and that's what the mainstream knowledge and teaching is that we get our health and our wellness from outside of the self. And I was a teacher of that knowledge and a share of that information for 25 years before I recognized that it was just causing too much trouble and pain in my life. That physically I was in physical pain,
Yeah.
in my shoulders, in my neck, in my lower back, in my hips. Now I know it was things stuck in my lymph nodes. There was rigidity. There was blockages in my lymphatic system that had to be cleared. Now I know that, but that knowledge of natural healing and detoxifying the body, that's just not mainstream knowledge. It's not information that gets shared because it's natural and it doesn't generate any profit. And for that reason, it gets overlooked by the medical community. And it's unfortunate because we don't want to blame anyone. We don't want to blame anyone. Consumerism it's not something that we can blame. This is how the world is. It's like you've got to accept that this is how the world is. But I think all of us need to do what we can to bring forward the light and the truth. And that's what I think is so special about you. Being a medical doctor and bringing that sort of credibility, but then also seeing it for yourself. Same for me. Once you see and feel the change within yourself, and you can feel the upgrade in your body, that your energy goes up and your pain goes away, and now I can sleep again. I was a medicated sleeper for years. I was medicated for digestive problems for years. I had athlete's foot for years and years and years. So candida and yeast and physical pain. And it was also emotional pain, financial pain. It was just manifesting all throughout my body and life. And I had to change and heal it within myself before I started to see it starting to change and heal in my relationships, in my career, in my finances, in the way that I thought and felt about myself. And so that bringing back to my true self, coming back to learning how to love myself truly and connect to my deepest root energy, my authentic self, my higher self, my inner child, coming back to my joy and my happiness. Seeing that, feeling that for myself taught me that natural is the way.
Mm.
I did the bodybuilding thing, I did the stimulants and the anabolic drugs, and I followed, substance, protein and vitamins and minerals, and I took it to the nth degree, to the world international level, and I'll tell you, I wasn't happy.
Wow.
I wasn't happy, and that's not what happiness is. And now I recognize that, coming up on 50 now and being in my 15-year-old pain-free body, that Happiness is not something you eat. It's not something you drink. It's not something that you make from money. It's an energetic feeling. It's a joy and happiness. It's our highest frequency. It's inside of ourselves, and we can choose to strive towards it. We can step into it. We can aspire toward it. We can do that daily, and that's a choice. That's a decision. That's human power, is to choose, right? And I love that you're shining your human power, making the choice to share, natural, healthy lifestyle with people. And I'm grateful to be teaming up with you on it to share with the world what's possible when people make that decision for themselves. They want to come back to their best.
Excellent. Oh my God. I love how energetic and how certain you speak about this, because I mean, you're a living example. When you said that you're 50 years old, I was like, oh, you're looking your late 30s. Many people who are in their 30s would love to look like you. So it's amazing how.
So what's possible, right?
Yeah.
What's possible? So let's, you and I, embark on our best fitness, our best strength and length in our body. Let's embark on sharing that knowledge of how to do it and inspiring others to do it along with us. Let's share with them the food. Let's share with them the juices. Let's share with them the maybe the recipes, the diet plans, the information that they need to make the change nutritionally. Let's teach about fasting. Let's teach about how the body naturally heals itself in emptiness and in allowing our natural energy to move through us. And that's an emotional healing.
It
It's
is.
a raising up of our frequency and our vibration. And that can happen. We can do that. And that comes down to consciousness and choice and being present, because the power is always here in the present.
Can't agree more. And many of us forget about it because of all these distractions, the technology, the current events that are happening. I mean, we can get drained by just listening to the negativity. And I am so guilty of that recently. I haven't been active, I haven't been producing because I want to understand. And it's consumerism at the end of the day, right?
And so we have to be active participants. We have to walk the walk. We have to talk the talk. We have to educate ourselves and inspire others. We have to give and receive with our world. That's what it's all about, loving ourselves and loving our lives. That's a giving and receiving. And that's what we need to do. We need to make sure that we've got that intention of giving and receiving in each moment, right? Each moment needs to be a giving and receiving, an in-breath and an out-breath. That is a moment. And that's how we bring ourselves to the moment. That's how we bring ourselves to our power. It's just becoming conscious.
Hmm. I
That's
can't
that's
agree more.
emotional healing. That's emotional healing.
Yeah. Awareness and being in the present, and this is what we have, and let's make the most out of it and not get contaminated by the external, but understand that everything comes within the decisions we make, which is so important. So, well, this is like an awesome opening of future conversations, I hope. And I don't know if you want to say something else.
I think this is wonderful. I'm excited about it. Um, the final thing I would say to everyone is that everyone can do it. Everyone has the power. Our bodies have always healed naturally. If you have broken a bone and you've put on a cast before, the cast just holds the arm still, and the bone mends back together. That happens naturally. That's Mother Nature that does that, and that happens without anybody or without anything. That just happens. So that's the power that we're talking about. A healing power that's available to everyone. That's natural healing. That's natural health. Everyone can do it. It's just a choice and a decision to move towards it.
Exactly, 100%. Well, thank you so much for this first episode, which I hope is the first of so many in a series of these videos to inspire and help people.
Awesome.